it's like 5 months, 6 months.
Welcome back to Zelda 1. Now, at the end of the previous video, we actually got finished getting all the items in the first dungeon, so we will go ahead and try our best to get to the boss. There we go. Once you get the map, you're able to see, like, if there's a room that's, like, connected to, like, another room, then there's a very high chance that it's a bombable, like, there's a bombable, like, wall there.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if these guys will actually give me some sort of heart.
They're cute. Well, they gave you a boomerang.
Oh, I guess we got the second item in this area, in this dungeon.
So there was stuff we needed.
I think this is like one of the only dungeons that has something like that, though. All the other dungeons will have only like one item. Oh geez. Those like hands right there, those are called wall masters. And if you get grabbed by them, you get sent back to the beginning of the dungeon.
Oh, okay.
Go like that.
I don't like hands grabbing at you like that.
And then we got the
Oh my
boss.
god, he's so cute! It's freaking adorable. It looks like two dudes in a suit going. Oh my god. Oh no, Puff the Magic Dragon killed us? No.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
No.
I'm actually gonna go see if we can get something outside of the dungeon.
Okay.
Let's see if this guy will give me... No.
We'll come back for you, Puff.
Actually, one thing about the boomerang is that not only can you shoot it in like in all different directions, but once you hit an enemy with it, it actually paralyzes them, so you'll be able to get like an easy hit out of them.
But that didn't paralyze any of them.
Oh, those enemies there, they're called P-hats. What they do is that they fly around the like the screen, and only when they're like not moving, you're able to actually hit them.
Oh. Jeez. Seems like there's rules upon rules.
Well, they have to make it. Well, considering how like simple the game is, like mechanically, you gotta try to like, you know, try and make as many enemies as unique as possible. But yeah, one thing that most people do when they play this game is that they try to get as much stuff like as possible that they can get on like the overworld before going into any of the dungeons. That way you're way more prepared. Because you know, the game can get pretty difficult considering, you know, how stiff Link controls. Like he can't like move around diagonally. He can only go up, down, and then left and right and stuff.
Right. Well, it was 1986.
Right.
Be glad it's in color.
Well, I mean, there was still the Game Boy, which didn't have any color. So it's not like black and white games were completely uncommon.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Be glad he's in color. You could have got stuck with black and white.
Well, actually, how many games were there even back then that didn't have any sort of color? Do you think?
I don't know.
Because like even Atari games like had some form of color to them.
Yeah, as long as you had a color TV to play them on.
Yeah, and I guess color TVs weren't really as common back then when they were new, compared to like
86. Ooh.
There we go.
No, I wouldn't say so. Of course, I was poor. I didn't even have a VCR until. Well, I didn't have one. My mom got it one when she divorced my dad. I was in 10th grade, so 87, 88. We finally got a VCR. So, no, I always had a black and white TV in my bedroom. It was small with knobs.
Imagine someone having like a battery-powered like TV that was like miniature that you could like bring around with you.
They had those.
Yeah, but like imagine actually having one of those.
I never had one, but they were about this big, and it had like a flip stand that you could carry it like this, or you could flip the stand underneath it to make it kind of sit up a little bit. Had 2 little antennas, and you stuck like 5D batteries in it, but it wouldn't last very long. And it was definitely black and white. The worst things was rotary phones.
Oh yeah.
God. No, that was hell. That was pure unadulterated.
Weren't those the ones where you had to like spin like the thing around to get like a number?
You would spin it all the way to the nubbin, then you'd have to let it go, and it'd go like to make a phone call took 5 minutes.
And back when the internet was a thing, like computers used like the same sort of like
cable as
your phone, so you couldn't be able to do two at the same time.
No. If you tried to go on the phone while someone was on the computer, it'd go. And you'd be like, oh, jeez. Of course, I didn't have a computer when I was a kid. We didn't even have cable when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's funny when like back then, like all of those things were considered luxuries rather than like
you had to
necessities.
have money. You had to have money. I did have an Atari system, but I wasn't really into games that much because I wasn't good at them. I liked music and my television. And makeup. And stuffed animals. I loved stuffed animals.
And you like He-Man.
Yep. I did. Of course, that's when I was a littler kid. Like 84, 85. I still had my stuffed animals, but all my toys were gone by the time I went to high school. No, the greatest invention was push-button phones. Beep, 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 and your phone was on. It's like, oh my god.
And isn't that in a way like a lot better than like digital style like phones where it doesn't feel like you're like pushing a button?
Oh yeah, that's I think
they
went a little too far on the whole phone situation.
Especially like remotes that don't have like the buttons for them.
Well, even Daddy's new iPad. I love the iPad. It's a ton of fun. Daddy's iPad doesn't even have a home button. You can't press a button. I don't know how to make the screen light up. I don't know where I touch on that screen to make the screen light up. It won't do it for me. That's why I'm glad I got the older kind of iPad. Mine's a couple years old and it still has a home button. But that's wonderful. But yeah, they've gone crazy with these cell phones, and then they want a new phone every time one comes out. $1,000 for a phone? Jesus Christ.
And meanwhile, there's like 2 features that are different than the previous one.
Right.
So it's more or less, what's the point when you could be spending that money on other stuff?
Yeah, really. Heck, you could buy a used car for $1,000. And always taking pictures of yourself. I don't get that either. You ain't that cute. Calm down. And nobody has like a picture, like a paper picture. It's just outer space pictures.
Right.
So when all this interweb stuff crumbles, you're not going to have nothing. You know? That's why I'm glad I've got my albums and actual DVDs. Because y'all, with your error stuff, will have you bored to tears. You'll be forced to watch my stupid movie. Yeah, I'm pretty mad Daddy got Office Space on the Apple thing. I wanted a legitimate, real copy of it for the apocalypse.
The upcoming apocalypse.
Yeah. I like this music. Totally Halloween-y. It's getting me in the mood for some tricks and treats. Look at that! Look at him! I'm so angry! Aww. Was he always the one that had a jewel? If we would have hit him first, he would have had the jewel? Or, like, you have to hit all of them?
I think it's random depend on what enemies have like what items. So
Okay.
I think I could have killed him like first and I could have still gotten that.
Okay, I didn't know if you had to like completely get rid of all of them. Oh no, we're never gonna kill this dragon dude if we don't come in here with full lives.
That's the thing, sometimes these enemies actually had a high chance of giving me hearts, but apparently they're being very stingy today.
They're cold-blooded. What's he, like a little Bowser with horns?
I think they're called moblins.
What?
They're called moblins.
Like goblins, but they're a mob? Got it. See, so far, always the last one has it. Oh. What was that about?
I think when you go past like a few rooms, like some of the enemies like respawn.
Oh, I don't like
At
that.
least I think that's how it works.
I
Or
hate
probably not.
I hate respawning enemies. I can understand if I left this area completely or I died.
Like you completely like left the dungeon.
Yeah, like if I went out into the real world and I came back in, sure, but you know, I killed you this run, you shouldn't pop back up.
Right.
Like, why make life more difficult than what it needs to be, you know?
Yeah.
You just have a hard mode and a normal mode.
Well, technically there actually is a secret hard mode in this game. But you only learn about it after beating the game once. It's like the dungeons are like completely redesigned to be like a lot harder.
Ain't got me doing that.
And fun fact, some people can actually do playthroughs of this game where they don't pick up like the sword that you get at the very beginning.
Uh-huh.
And they try to go through the game without using the sword.
Okay. Well, that's...
Which of course makes it even harder.
So they're masochists, right?
Yeah, most people can call it a masochist mode.
I'm a Hinduist. I like pleasure and fun. And screw hard work. Take that. We have 94 footballs.
Well, no, that's our currency.
I know.
But
They're brown footballs.
They do look like footballs.
Like, why not have them be in jewel tone colors then? You know, like bright red, like a ruby or something.
Right.
Are those their mouths going at you? Or is
Yeah.
that like their horn or something?
It's like it's like that's their mouth that they like shoot. They're like
Like
if you
Hubert?
if you were looking to them like not from like this overhead sort of view, they would sort of look like Hubert.
Okay. Is this on planet Earth or is this like a different planet?
I think it's a planet, but like the kingdom is not like based on anything like particular. It's just a.
But like, so this is in outer space like Kirby. It's not like Middle Earth 17 or like 14 BC. You know?
Well, I mean, it is on. I don't think they really ever explain what sort of like planet it's on.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I will go ahead and we'll see if we can actually get to finally beat that boss in the next episode. So we will see you all then.
Are we doing one more?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do